So we've talked about charge-offs and what is a charge-off? What are the three things that an original creditor can do with a charge-off? Now let's talk about how do you get rid of a charge-off? How do you get that off of your credit report? My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer, and I appreciate you watching this video. And really, a charge-off is the same as any other negative information on your credit report. You want to look and see, is there something or some things, that may be more than one, that are inaccurate? You're looking for errors on there. And so a charge-off is very damaging to your credit report, assuming it's within the recent past. So you really have to take that credit report and that account, so whether it's a Wells Fargo account, Capital One, whatever it is, really study it from top to bottom, left to right. Just completely look at every single thing in there and just ask yourself, is this 100% accurate? 100% correct? See, 95% correct doesn't count. All right? Sort of like being an air traffic controller. We don't want air traffic controllers that are like, hey, I'm 95% accurate. No, the planes crash. Well, we have a right to an accurate credit report. And that doesn't mean 95% accurate. That means 100% accurate. So we take that account and we study every single thing about it. How about the open date? Is that correct? How about the high balance? How about the credit limit? How about the date of last payment? How about all the payments that it shows in there? All the payment history. So we just look at every single thing, and anything we find that is inaccurate, we write that down because that's going to go in our dispute letter. So I'll give you an example. I've seen credit cards which, the typical pattern is you're 30 days late, 60, 90, 120, 150, and then instead of saying 180, typically it's a charge-off, because charge-offs 99% of the time are at 180 days, 6 months of non-payment. So we'll see a 30-day late, 60-day late, charge-off. Well, wait a minute. What happened to 90 and 120 and 150? Okay. Or we'll see maybe the charge-off is correct, but we go back and we're looking carefully at every month, and maybe we see that 23 months ago it said we were 30 days late, and then 22 months ago it says we were 90 days late. Now look, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I'm no math genius, okay? But I'm pretty sure if you're 30 days late and then you only have a maximum of 31 days in the next month, you can't get to 90, okay? There's too many days there. So if it says 30 days late, 90 days late, how did that happen? Well, we'd write that down. That's something to dispute. If the high credit, maybe truthfully it was 1,000 and they put it's 1,200. Well, it's 1,000, not 1,200. So you write that down. The credit limit. What if they put that on there? What if they don't put it on there? So either they put it on it's inaccurate or they leave off the credit limit. Well, that's something I would dispute. And so again, we're looking at anything that is not accurate, because it's fair for Capital One, Wells Fargo, whoever, to report a charge-off, and it's fair for Equifax, Experian, TransUnion to report it if it is 100% accurate. But if it is not 100% accurate, then it's fair for us to challenge that and to get rid of that. So you just sort of total up all those things, all those little notes that you wrote down, and then you send a letter to the credit bureaus. And you may want to send it also to the furnisher, like Wells Fargo, Capital One, whoever it is. And you say, look, here are all the things that I think are wrong. I want you to investigate these and fix them. If you refuse to fix them, or if you cannot verify this information, then delete it. Now, I will tell you this. You have to understand my perspective. I'm not a credit repair place. My objective is not to say, oh, let me have people pay me money and I'll get rid of negative things, whether it's accurate or not. That's not the way that I do it. I'm looking at this saying, is there an inaccuracy? Is it incorrect? And if it is, then we want to dispute that. And there's only two possibilities. Number one, they fix it. Hey, can't complain if I have an accurate credit report. If it's 100% accurate, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what the law entitles me to. But option number two is they do not fix it. and I can show that it's inaccurate, well, then I'm going to sue that company, sue the credit bureaus, and point out to a judge, look, they are doing false credit reporting. So then my objective changes. Now they're going to take it off my report. They're going to pay my client money. They're going to pay me money. Okay? So I look at this from a standpoint of I do disputes when I believe that we have a legitimate basis, if they are not fixed, to sue. And I'm not going to file suit on something that I don't think is that we have a legitimate basis for. So that's my perspective. There are some kind of, tricks and things to try to get charge-offs off of your report. But, I had a recent video, I think it was an Equifax case, or maybe Experian, where the question was, okay, the credit bureaus didn't do a proper investigation, but the information is accurate. It's correct. And the judge is like, hey, you have no case. So from my perspective, in my world, we need that sort of foundation of there is something false on my credit report. And if there's something false on my credit report and I dispute it and it doesn't get fixed, then I may dispute it again, and I may dispute it again and again to give them an opportunity, give the credit bureaus, give the furnisher, Capital One, whoever it is, give them an opportunity to fix it. And when they don't fix it, they just dig themselves deeper and deeper and deeper. And it may be the first dispute, the second dispute, the fourth dispute. They may have crossed that line into willfulness or recklessness where I can get up to $1,000 per violation, which is great. But more importantly, I can get punitive damages under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So maybe my client is very upsetting to them to have this false information. Maybe a jury says, you know what, we're not going to give you a huge amount of money. We'll give you $100,000 emotional distress. But maybe I get $500,000, $400,000 in punitive damages. And then there's attorney's fees awarded on top of that. So that gets the attention of the credit bureaus. So if we do these disputes on things that are truly inaccurate, and we do the dispute, sometimes we sue right then. Sometimes we do a second dispute, third dispute. We're just sort of letting them dig themselves in deeper and deeper. And then we sue them. And the lawyer for Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, Capital One, whoever gets that, they go, oh my goodness, this is clearly wrong. And they gave us one chance, 3 chances, 5 chances. It's a problem. And they recognize that. So I realize I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but I hope that was helpful to you, maybe even interesting to you. And I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.